Good afternoon and welcome to ninth grade Earth Science. My name is Miss Chumley and this is how I will look most days during our class time together. But I wanted to be able to introduce myself to you without all these extra things that we have this year. Welcome. So here is what I wanted just to share with you as a little orientation to our class. Just pointing out a few important things about our class through the syllabus, as well as just a few things about me and the other teachers you might see popping in and out of the classroom. But my name is Miss Chumley. This is my 12th year at Rosemount High School. I'm a St. Thomas grad and I graduated with geology. I've got two kiddos, a first grader in the school district and then a 2-year-old. So we had a great summer just being outside, doing what we could. You might see Miss Mon throughout the year in and out of our classroom. She's a special ed teacher helping out within the science classrooms and co-teaching with me. You also might see Miss Amarrah or Miss A. So if you see any of those faces either on the Zoom or posting or in the classroom, make sure you are welcoming to them as well. Here's what you need to know about science. We've got a lot of different topics that we're going to cover this year, starting out with physics. And a lot of these are things that you started out with in middle school and we'll kind of expand and dig a little deeper on them. So while some might look familiar, some might be totally new. As you're looking through your syllabus, there is a grading scale on there, and it's important to note that this course is a graduate requirement, which means you can't leave the building without your diploma unless you've passed this class, which is totally doable. Showing up and putting in the effort is what we need from you. So looking through the grading scale, some students like to be really specific about where they are. I just need you above that 60%. And you're going to get there by putting effort into those two grading categories that you see, daily work and learning assessments. Learning assessments are the largest part of your grade, and those are going to be where you're showing me your thought process and your kind of completion of material throughout our class. The daily work is going to be more practice things, introductory things to the different material, notes, smaller activities, kind of check-in things, where the learning assessments are going to be a little bit larger, more in-depth assignments, labs, of course, quizzes, things like that. One thing to note on there is something known as the homework check quiz. So we're going to have these once, maybe twice a week. These are essentially open note pop quizzes that we're telling you about ahead of time. And because you know about them, you want to make sure your daily work related to them is complete. So it might be said that we have a homework check on these last few assignments. So as long as those are ready to roll, you're going to have success on that homework check. So you can use those practice assessments on the homework check, notes and activities and things. And you can also take that homework check more than once, which is great for you because it goes into that 70% category. So for example, the first week we have a homework check on the syllabus, some of these things I'm pointing out today, and that syllabus document that you've seen. You take it once, say you get a 3 out of 5, you know you can do better because you completed the assignment, you have all the materials, you fire it back up for a second attempt, get 5 out of 5, that becomes your new score. So those homework checks are ways to kind of start initiating with that practice material at a little bit higher of a level. Materials, we're going to be using the iPad quite a bit because we're only together one day. That means we're distance learning the 4 other days. So you're going to want to make sure you have that iPad charged up whether you're here or at home. And you might want to just keep a charger in your backpack if you are in the building and starting to run low. You want to be able to recharge as needed. A stylus and headphones are the big things on our materials list this year. Again, because of so much distance learning with only one day in school, a stylus is going to be much more effective at navigating the iPad and doing different assignments than just using your finger. So there's quite the variety of stylus out there. It doesn't have to be a big fancy Bluetooth one. There's several several options that are just much more affordable than those. And same with headphones. Don't need to have the AirPods, just the regular. I use one I got on a flight a couple years ago. So, whatever works for you. Paper and pencil is not going away, but we'll be using it a little bit less than normal because, again, of the distance factor. No need to have a specific notebook or folder for our class, but just having those things available as needed are going to be helpful. Schoology is going to be our main contact point. There's a link up at the top that's going to be used quite a bit by you when you're working from home, and that's the Zoom link. So when you take a look at the daily schedule, there's going to be time carved out for you to connect with me when we're not having an in-person day. So make sure you utilize both the Zoom link as well as Schoology messages to get a hold of me when we aren't together. So you've seen this schedule a few times, but looking at it, reminders, we're only seeing each other one day a week. So these afternoons are really when we're going to be connecting when you're not in the building. I look forward to seeing everybody each week, multiple times, both in person and at home, depending on what cohort you have. As always, reach out with any questions you might have. Look forward to getting the year started with all of you.